This is no matter you're working at a junior level, you're working as a mid managerial level, you're working at senior management level. This advice is for everybody, that
Hmm.
you have to ask yourself every day that the money that I got from my employer today, am I really worth it? Did I really produce anything for the worth? Believe me, if the answer to that is no, and you still have your job, just keep on praying to God. That's it.
One
You
more
have
day.
to keep on, yeah. You can say that every week take your interview. Every week take your interview. What are the skills required in the market? Am I having any of those skills? And keep on learning. And
Hmm.
stay away from those people, especially stay away from those people who say, it's not my job. It's
Hmm.
not my job. It's not my requirement. It's not my baby. It's no, it's not. These people are very negative. Very negative. And in this was good 10 years back, but not now. Nowadays,
Welcome to another episode of Value Seller Talks with Deepak Bajaj, where we meet the visionaries who are transforming communities with innovation, integrity, and impact. Today, I'm honored to feature Kamal Vij, a very good friend of mine and a seasoned telecom professional, a trainer, podcaster, and a network planner with 20 plus years of global experience who is shaping the future of connectivity. With deep expertise in RF planning, optimization, technical training across multiple technologies, starting from 3G, 4G, 5G, and definitely 6G will be also in his roadmap. He has become a trusted voice in the telecom industry. As a trainer, he has delivered 250 plus technical training sessions across 40 plus countries. Believe me, it's not an easy task. And he has traveled from North America to Middle East to Australia, all across, where he empowered engineers, leaders, and organizations to stay ahead in the fast evolving telecom landscape. He is also an author of a 3G technology book, which is available, and the people and the students are getting a benefit out of it as well. At his core, Kamal values transparency, collaboration, and supportive relationship, believing that when the people enjoy their work, excellence naturally follows. And that is very, very important message which he is following since last 2 decades. And also not to forget about his new initiative that he is also a podcaster. He started his messages through a series called Happy, Not Just Rich, and he has conducted multiple episodes and very interactive sessions, so must to watch as well. Kamal, welcome to the show.
thank you, Deepak ji. Thank you very much. Thank you for the nice introduction. And it was a nostalgic journey. I mean, what you described, it felt like I'm seeing my life passing through my eyes. Thank you for having me. I'm really honored.
Yeah, thanks for taking your time. And
Thank
Kamal, again, this show is for you, right? We want
you.
to
Yes.
understand who is Kamal Vij as a person.
Oh, that's a long question, but good one. Good one. Okay. I would say that my life journey, you can divide it into 5 or 6 milestones. I'm just talking about those milestones which shaped my life. First one, I did my Bachelor of Engineering degree in South India. When I went from North India to South India, I learned more about Indian cultures, more Indian states, etc. That was very important point for me. Other than the technical learning, it was learning about the cultures, etc. Then I did my master's in Bremen, Germany. There I learned more about other nationalities, what is the difference between Hungarian and Polish, German and French. These are just names, right? But when
Hmm.
you live in Europe and you study with them, you deal with them, you learn about them. That was the second step. And after finishing my master's, I jumped into my first job in Germany. I stayed there for, in job, I stayed for 2 years. Then in 2007, I came back to India and I started my fourth milestone, which was as an entrepreneur. I become I became independent consultant, training and optimization consultant, and I worked in that mode for almost 8 years. and I dealt with many customers from Sweden, Malaysia, Germany, Africa. Those are my customers. Customer means the I was delivering training sometimes on their behalf, but the end
Hmm.
customers could be anywhere in the world. Yeah.
Right.
So I had contracts with these 4 or 5 companies, Germany, Sweden, so on. And then in 2015, the journey took me to Saudi Arabia. I was
Hmm.
delivering a training here, and one nice gentleman here offered me a position that he said that if you're interested, join our team. And I was fed up of, I would say, traveling by that time or whatever may be the reason. It was my calling that I decided to settle down, leave this traveling job continuously, and I took a position with one of the telecom vendors here in Saudi Arabia.
Hmm.
And the last milestone, which is the latest one and most exciting one right now for me, is Happy Not Just Rich. I'll just tell you a little bit about why I started that one. I got once an offer from LinkedIn. There
Hmm.
was some magazine, let's say Telecom Review, this kind of magazine, Business World, Telecom Review, this kind of magazines. And now everything is paid. So these
Yep.
guys have asked me, if you pay me $2,500, we'll print 3 pages about you, we'll print your interview and blah, 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 like that. I said, okay,
Hmm.
money is no problem, 2,500 I can manage. But is my life really worth showcasing?
Hmm.
I really felt that answer is no. So I thought that I still have some time left. Let us collect some more, patake, some more highlights in life. So I started this podcasting where I'm basically satisfying the hunger, the curiosity that I have. I'm trying to find the definition of happiness for especially for those people who have very good salary, very stable career, very good investment. So from financial perspective, they are all settled. Now I'm looking for more things which are which are contributing towards happiness, like relationship, job satisfaction, purpose of life. That's why in this Happy Not Just Rich, I'm inviting people who are also the life coaches and stuff. We'll talk more about that, but I think for the
Hmm.
journey, I would simply say these 6 milestones describe pretty much about who I am today.
Impressive. Now it created a one curiosity, right? Now, when the people are settled, right, and they are very much comfortable in one of the era, like maybe let's say from your training perspective, then you've shifted
Yeah.
your gears to moving to that area where like the projects or the deliveries where which
Yes.
is a more having a more stringent timelines. It's not a peaceful job,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
then moving from one point to another, how you manage your own mindset because you are also known about what is going to happen in that particular category because as a trainer you have
Yeah.
seen the life cycle fully.
Yes, yes. No, I would say Deepakji, the pressure in the trainer job was more.
Hmm.
Although, because when you, for example, today is September 3rd of October today, right?
Hmm.
And let's say you take up a training in Istanbul on 25th of October or 25th of November, whatever date you
Hmm.
have given, you cannot fall sick on that day.
Hmm.
Right? So that was okay when I was 25-year-old, 20 or 27. But now, as we are approaching this, you cannot like guarantee that you will be fit on that day, or you will not have anything in the family requirement. So this kind of problem. Second, with this Indian passport,
Hmm.
I was wasting a lot of time in non-productive time, I would say, in the training.
Hmm.
Right? And third, which was the most exciting and also the learning thing, was that in every training, you don't know whether people are looking for an overview or people
Hmm.
are looking for deep technical because they are already working on that technology since last 3 months and they are struggling with some particular issue and now they want trainer to come and solve our problem. You never, and the worst part, which is most of the cases, is you have a mix. You
Yeah.
have one guy who doesn't know anything about 5G, then you have one guy who knows 5G in and out, and then you have to manage this class. So that was the really the challenging part, also the fun part. Like
Hmm.
like how because everybody, you cannot make both the people happy, and that is the challenge in the training. Okay, that was a part which was challenging in the training. Whereas in this one, there is a time constraint, but the good part is that you are a part of a team. right? So if I
Mm.
ask you to
Yes.
go to stage and sing a song, maybe 9 out of 10 people will start shivering.
Mm.
But if I ask those 10 people go to stage and start singing national anthem, I think
Mm.
everybody will give it a try,
Yes. Yes.
right? So in this project, what I really like is that I'm not alone. I
Mm.
have a boss, I have some team members, I have my peers, I have even the customers, you know. When you're working with customer long time, even customer becomes your like team member. Like,
True.
look, we are having a problem, let us sit together and solve it. This is the new thing which I really like, that in the current job there is a pressure, yes, I love
Mm.
it, but there is a predictability. And in training also, you have been also a trainer. The also there was this one part which was not so good, was that I have the full November booked for 4 trainings, let's say in America.
Mm. Mm.
Okay, let's say T-Mobile booked me for 4 weeks in November.
Mm.
Now, suddenly on the last week of October, they got some urgent project. And they would
Mm.
simply say, can we please push these trainings to January? And
Mm.
as a training provider, as an entrepreneur, I cannot say no.
Mm.
Because if the customer is not ready to accept and he cannot make his engineers free for 4 weeks, how can I actually deliver the
Yeah.
training? So I have to say yes. Now imagine on the last week of October, you are telling everybody, I'm very busy, I'm very busy, I'm very busy. And in November, suddenly you are free for 1 month, you have nothing to do.
Mm.
And that is little disturbing from the financial books, because at the end of the year, when you take your financials, that month will not look like very green.
True.
Right?
Agree.
So both have their own challenges, both have their own fun, both have their own. But the point is that as long as you are learning something, you wake up something in the morning and you sleep in the night, in this T1 T2 minus T1, this period,
Mm.
if you
Mm.
learned something and you had fun, doesn't matter what you do. At the end of the day, it's a job we have to do, either it's training or it's this project jobs. I'm enjoying both, by the way. I'm very thankful to God. He gave me more than what I deserve. Always I got more than what I deserve. So that's what I can say. Yeah.
It's a very, very motivational and the positive attitude, and this reflects your flexible character, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, there are some
Yes.
situations which you cannot control, but how to adapt in those situations, that's make you a real person. So thanks, Kamal, for sharing this
Thank you.
important message to our global audience. But I would like to still stick on this training because that's the
Yeah.
baseline. Because the way the I think the half of the world knows you as a trainer, they position you
Even
as a
today,
trainer. Yeah.
yeah, even in this organization where I'm working today,
Hmm.
uh, if there is anything related to training,
Yeah.
at least the friends in HR and all, at least they call me once. They know I cannot do it because I am very busy with the current work. But at
Yeah.
least they come to me and say, "Can you recommend somebody? Can you at least make a timeline? A rough sketch of
Hmm.
the contents for the. Don't make the content, don't make the delivery, but please at least make the contents for us." This kind of things. And also sometimes when my seniors come, that please deliver one training for info sharing within the team or
Hmm.
customer,
Hmm.
that still I'm doing it, like, but maybe once in 2 months, once in 3 months, like that. But
Hmm.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
You can
that's
you
yeah, you're right, that's my identity actually.
exactly, exactly, because that's what you have been positioned. That's what you have delivered. And in the early stages, when you were taking that particular initiative where the people are not comfortable and they are shivering to come and say anything about the technology which they are working from last so many years, it's a
Hmm.
great impact. So one thing I want to understand, like 250 plus technical sessions, thousands of students, right, with a mix and match of the thing, and 40 plus countries. So how it
Hmm.
shaped your character, how it shaped your thought process.
It is very good, very, very good experience. I would again say thanks to God, because it took me to some countries where probably I would never go with my own money.
Hmm.
And right, so I mean, if I have to go for tourism, I would not go for that country. And because my job took me over there, I definitely took some advantage of learning their culture, their behavior, etc. So the learning that I had from this multicultural experience was that It takes seven colors to make a rainbow.
Mm,
You cannot say that I like violet or I like red. My favorite is blue. No. You need seven colors to make a rainbow, and so is our world. When you go to Finland and you make a tea break at 11 o'clock, the people will ask, when should we come back? And when you say 11:10, at 11:10 you should be there in the class back. But
mm,
if you go to Greece and if they say 11 o'clock and you say 11:30 is the tea break, you can come at 11:50 also, it's okay. As long as you are having coffee with them, the coffee breaks could be 1 hour long,
mm,
right? So I'm not saying any culture is good or bad here. I'm just saying that this is the nature of the world. Similarly, when you come to Middle East
mm.
and especially to Saudi Arabia, you have to respect the prayer timings. So
Right.
anybody who has not worked around the world would probably focus on the content. And if it's a prayer time and the audience is waiting for praying the 11 o'clock prayer or 3 o'clock prayer in according to the Islamic calendar, and if you miss that, it is also not good. So it's good for trainer to ask, guys, it's time for the prayer break. If you are comfortable, we can continue, or if you want, we can stop right now. And in the business environment, people generally say that if things are going smooth, they say that okay, we can pray after 20 minutes also, and we can
Mm,
continue. So these are certain things you have to respect in the cultures, right? So like in America, 8:30 is official starting time for
yes.
training, and 8:30 training starts. In India, most of the people are coming with cabs and they have shared arrangements, so you cannot force them to come at 8:30
Mm,
because you don't
mm,
know what process they are going through, and maybe some of them have actually worked till 11 o'clock the last night. So long story short, I would say that working with different cultures teaches you that no, there is no one right or there is no one wrong.
mm,
Every culture has a different way of dealing, and if you go to their zone, you have to adapt to that. Like you say in Hindi, in English they say, while in Rome, do as the Romans do. And in Hindi, we say, Ganga gai to Ganga Ram, Jamna gai to Jamna Das. Right?
Very good. जैसा देश वैसा वेश.
Yes.
No, no, exciting, exciting. And obviously, I understand when you said there's a pressure also because obviously to adapt yourself into the new culture, into the new environment, into the new language as well. That is also
Yeah.
not easy because every person, I should say the nation has a different ways of looking the same technology, right? Because of the
Yes. Yes.
developing or the developed part. So how you handle that? Because for you as a trainer, you have a limited area of play, right?
Yeah. No, I would simply say that when I start in the beginning, nine, I always start at nine. This is my habit that even if there is nobody in the meeting room, in India, for example, people used to start training a little bit late, but I was always there at nine. So let's say when I start at nine, I wait for the first question. When I receive the first question, that's the time I realize that these people are looking at me with some hope.
Mm,
So if they are looking at me with some hope, that means that I'm doing good, right? Because you only throw stones on those trees which have fruit.
correct.
So if they don't have, because I have already spoken for 1.5 hours with them, in 1.5 hour, if I did not deliver any value, people don't even ask question. They don't even care to ask question. But now if I 10:30, I see that start questions start coming up. That is a very good sign. That means things are going smooth, things are going perfectly. Yeah, then there are special countries like Finland. I was again tell Finland because I used to go to Finland every 10 days in
Mm,
2005, 6, 7, 3G, HSDP, those days. I used
mm,
to go to Finland every 10 days. Tampere, Oulu, Helsinki, Turku. Many trainings I delivered in that. So there you have some people who might not be very comfortable with the Indian accent,
correct.
right?
Correct.
So what you can do there in this kind of cases, it's very important. Slow down, emphasize on the important words. Whenever something important comes, like 2006, 80 million, these kind of
Mm,
important things come, take a pen and write it down.
mm,
Also, very important, sometimes we keep on saying the normal terms like CSD, JFK, like this, there are some terms we are very used to them. but maybe sometimes the audience is not used to. This also is very important when you go to different cultures. Please take care that the acronyms that you are using,
Mm.
like for example, when I took my first interview with an Indian company, I don't know, I never took a job in India, but I took one interview or two interviews. They say, what is your CTC? I said, what is
Mm.
CTC? And they were laughing at me at, come on, you don't know CTC. I said, it's you, I should be laughing at you. I mean, if my answer is bad, you can laugh at me. But if I did not understand your question, how can I answer?
Yeah.
You are asking me what is your C2C. Later, I came to know CTC means cost to company, which is like
Possible.
a very normal term in India. I mean,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
never worked in India, so yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, there are
Yes.
so many acronyms, so many shortcuts, I must say, which
Yeah.
has been industry standards nowadays. But again, it's very important because, but this is also very important. It's not about the training; it's about you doing a interaction. When you say relationship, now
Yes.
in the day-to-day relationship also you have to be very clear because clarity makes your relationship more stronger.
Right. Right.
Otherwise,
I always,
hmm,
sometimes I have discussion with my son and my wife also, that whether it should, this English word should be pronounced this way or that way. And I always say that you are basically wasting your time in unnecessary detail, because I
hmm,
have been across the world. I'll give you one example. I will give you one example. My second or third month of employment, I delivered one training in Tampere. Tampere is in Finland, right?
Finland. Hmm,
So these people are very good, very efficient, very honest, very straightforward, right? So they never play games. Very good people.
hmm,
But they also don't talk. So
hmm,
during those 3 days, yeah, those 3 days, nobody came to me and said that I am not able to understand you or anything like that. And things were going smooth. Then on the third day, we filled the paper evaluation, and two or three guys have written that we had problem with the Indian accent of the trainer. And I was, as a new beginner, a new, I mean,
hmm,
right, just 2 3 months in my job, I mean, fresh engineer. I was like devastated, and I was thinking that my boss will scold me, blah, so
hmm,
on.
hmm,
Instead, what happened? My boss, who was German, came to me. He said, "Why? What happened?" He said, "I said this something like this happened." He said, "Okay, leave your desk. Let's go to cafeteria." We went to the cafeteria of the office. We
hmm,
made one coffee and we start talking. He said, "Look, I am German.
hmm.
When I speak English, I speak German English.
Yeah.
You are Indian. You are Indian. When you speak English, you will speak Indian English. The point is that you should be understood.
Hmm,
So let us work on that. Don't worry about this comment that the trainer had Indian accent. You are Indian. You will definitely have an Indian accent. You're not working in a call
hmm.
center fixing the washing machine of some guy in San Francisco and pretending to be James or Peter. You are Kamal Vij. You are going there as Kamal Vij, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
so my boss made my life so simple, and he just had a piece of coffee with me. His name was, maybe you know him also, Ronald Fabian, a
Right.
well-renowned trainer. Yeah, so he was my boss, first boss, and thanks to him, see that my shoulders were down,
Hmm,
and then a great leader came. He said that, "Come, let's have fun. Let us talk about the problem in a light way," and he solved my problem. See, this is
hmm,
what great leaders do. So all
hmm,
my life long, I'll be thankful to him. So back to the story, that if we go to different cultures, just make sure that slow down, give gaps between your words, and things will be smooth.
hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah,
interestingly, so there are 2 points. One is to handle the situation which you rightly mentioned, slow down, give gaps, make them to digest, make them to respond. And obviously, in few cultures where the people don't respond till the end of the day,
yeah,
you will in the dilemma, whether I'm overqualified or underqualified or disqualified. That's
yeah.
where the things happen. Uh,
But Deepak, yeah, Deepak, one thing I will say in this one, the experience also shows you how to deal with every culture. Like now,
yes.
for this Finnish people who don't generally talk,
Mm,
if you ask in the class what is 2 plus 2, nobody will answer. But
yeah.
if you say, Mikka, what is 2 plus 2? Then immediately he will say 4.
Yeah.
So you have to give direct answer questions to that guy. Yeah. So please go
Mm.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's important. I think in the business world also you need all these clarity. because sometimes giving the presentations and giving the talking or maybe solving the technical problem in fact also, if we give a right names for that particular problem and even the assigned to the right people, that will give a lot of clarity. And as you rightly mentioned, the after spending some time with the client, they become your team. So
Yes, they become your friend. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. The second thing which you mentioned about the leadership. So leadership is
yeah,
very important. The when you are down, so instead of suppressing the person, that slight boost will,
yeah.
help you to transform your life. Like now, let's take a worst case scenario. If your boss, the ex-boss, has scolded you, then what would be the that older version of Kamal which looks like?
Nothing. I would just keep on working on that job till I find a new one.
Mm,
And for the residual period till my joining for the new company, I would be sitting there, coming half an hour late, leaving half an hour early, waiting for the watch to tick 5 o'clock, and right. So this is not good. So what happened with me? That's why I would say in the six milestones of my life, going to Germany was very important milestone. I
mm,
learned so much from Germans, so much. Number one, I learned from them is being punctual. Never let anybody wait. If you cannot make it, just send a SMS. Just send a
mm,
WhatsApp. Make a phone call. Don't let anybody wait for you. If you make me wait for you, it simply shows you don't respect me.
mm,
Okay, this is something even in many times I started training at 9 o'clock. I know generally people come 9:30, 10, 9:45. We hit on by 10 o'clock. But no, it is my duty. I have to be there at 9 o'clock, even if I do and just check clean up my desktop, maybe arrange my files or do Facebook or anything.
you
But
have to be
I
there.
have to be there. I have to be there. This is one thing I learned from them. Second thing, what we can learn from Germans is the minimalism. You don't
Mm,
need to have a branded shirt or branded t-shirt or branded coat, and they don't
mm,
care. At least the friend circle that I had, nobody cared.
mm,
I mean, I am earning 5,000 euros. I can have a friend who is earning just 600 euros per month, maybe in
mm,
a
mm,
part-time job. Then
mm,
I might be having who is unemployed. It doesn't matter. It
mm.
doesn't matter really. The relationship is about human beings. It's not about relationship. That's why I myself, I don't like to give big gifts. I like to give small gifts. The meaning is that I remember you. On this special day, I remember you, and this is a token of that remembrance. That is the meaning of the gift, rather than, oh, my relationship with Deepak is like that, so I should buy a gift at least of $50. Now relationship with Deepak is like that, so my relationship now I should have at least $100. This is what breaks the relationship, also in the family relationships and also the friendly relationships.
That become transactional, right? Based on the
Right,
status of one, you are changing your uh, the budget, right? So
right, right.
which is and the human, everyone is an emotional person, right? We understand, we sense the emotion very fast before saying a word, and that's a
Yeah.
very important. So very important message to the aspiring leaders and obviously the existing leaders also. So this type of small boost is very important, that can really transform the life of your colleagues, your subordinates, and your team members. So please be careful. Your small boost will be very much important. I don't want to share my experience, but this is something which happened with me because I was also a shy person, and training I
Mhm.
have never thought about it. But yes, someone gave me a little push, a little bit hand holding, and the world has changed. So it really works. Right. Uh,
Right, right.
Now moving into your new initiative, especially
Mhm.
on this Happy Just Not Rich. What is the, you mentioned the impact, but what exactly, how you convince another person to come to your podcast because you are just an early bird?
Well, it's a two-way street.
Hmm.
Some of my guests are themselves looking for exposure, so then it's very easy.
Yeah.
But recently, I had the pleasure of interviewing one very well-renowned person in India. He's among the top 10 Indian speakers. So I just requested him, and I was hoping that he will request. I mean, I had very little hope that he will accept because many many famous people, they
Mm.
don't even reply,
Yes.
and somebody from their office simply says that they are busy or something like that. But I would say I just showed my genuineness that I am very serious about my new campaign, Happy Not Just Rich, and I'm really looking for some insights. I would say it was his kind-heartedness that he accepted. But otherwise, in most of the cases, I'm going to Facebook. In Facebook, there are some groups where we have podcast guests, etc. And from there, I'm seeing the people who are matching with my theme and they have something to share. And in that case, they already have shown their readiness because they are a part of that group called Podcast Guest or something like that. So that is my main way of interacting with my past and the upcoming guests.
Mm.
Mostly. Yeah.
Now, when you are dealing with strangers, right? Now that's
Yeah.
where, because you're not from a sales, you are a
Yeah.
hardcore technical guy. Now, there
Yeah.
are moments where people don't respond. How you feel about it? And the second thing, what is your, or how, what is your next course of action?
Nothing, nothing. I don't even think about that. I mean,
Mm,
I attended, before I started this podcast, 2 months, I did full training about it. I studied very various podcasts. I read some blogs. I watched some, made some notes. For 2 months, I did training how to start a podcast. Okay, it's not about lighting, camera setup. This is just a 1 hour thing. I mean, if you have money, it's just a 1 hour thing. Maximum thing is you'll buy instead of $200 a $300 mic. That's the only mistake you can do. Okay,
mm,
so what I did was I tried to study how to do this podcast, and I made some rules. One of the guy told me that you send a polite reminder
mm,
after 1 week. You send your second reminder after 1 month, and after that, don't remind.
mm,
After them, you just wait till the day you become big and they come back to you that okay, you forgot about this, you had sent us one reminder. But so
mm,
this approach is very good, it's very respectful, it's not spamming them with continuous reminders. Also, it's a goal that there was a person called XYZ. He did not respond to my request when I was having 1,000 subscribers. So let us try to approach him again when we have 10,000 subscribers.
yeah.
Right? So it could be also a naughty goal.
I agree. Yeah.
Right.
No, it's
But
also
yeah,
important.
I don't send many reminders. I mean, one first reminder maybe after 1 week, second reminder after 1 month, and after that, because we don't know what's running in other person's life,
True.
professional life and family life. So nobody has got time to spend for others who they don't even know. Yeah.
Very important. That's where, that is also a very important benchmark when you are into the sales also. Don't be pushy,
Hmm.
right? Because
Yes. Yes.
because whenever there's a transaction happening, it should not be one way, it should be two ways. So if they see a value in you,
Right.
they will definitely come. If they don't see the value in you, then you have to start exploring the another one. Hmm.
Right.
So, I would like to understand what is the theme of Happy Not Just Rich. So, what is the theme behind it?
Theme is very simple. That now you got financially covered. Your life looks very good from outside. But
Mm,
when you go home and you see yourself in mirror,
mm,
are you really happy or not?
mm,
That's the point. That's the whole message. That because, or you can say in the Robin Sharma's language, who will cry when you die?
mm,
Right? I mean, if today I die and people want to describe that there was a guy called Kamal Vij who dash 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 dash. Now, how am I described?
mm,
My life is like you till now described me as a trainer. Okay, there's a little bit of that as this network planner. I'm also a father, I'm also a husband, I'm also a son, I'm also a brother. All these titles I have. I myself felt that whatever I have, these titles are not enough. I should
mm,
have some more stories. I'll give you a simple example. You are a TEDx speaker.
mm,
So if today somebody gives me a TEDx platform to speak, I don't think I have that much to offer.
Mm.
I don't have. And I can set myself a goal that in 2026, mid of 2026 or end of 2026, Kamal Vij should have enough stories, enough material, that if he stands on TEDx stage, he can at least share his experience with the world, and world would not say like this.
Correct, correct,
That's
correct.
that you can say that's my objective. So find the purpose of life. Why? What makes you happy? I will give you a very simple example. I work from generally 8:30 till 9 a.m. till 6:37. At
Mm.
7, I start this podcasting thing, either researching about the guests, or preparing some scripts, or editing the previous episodes, or posting them on YouTube, like that. At 7 o'clock, I don't feel that this is the same person who has been working for last 10 hours or something. I get
Mm.
a new energy. I'm telling you, even without taking cup of tea. Normally, when you start your office, people say that let me first grab a coffee,
Yeah.
first me do like this, and only then I will start. But in this one, I just close my office work, and once I close my office work, say bye to my colleagues, I can start this new thing, and it gives me fresh energy. And thank God, I mean, I'm loving this part.
That's what the passion is all about. And
Yeah.
your passion followed with your determination and something which you want to achieve. Maybe that clarity will come over the time, because it's a refinement. Something has to be done. The title right now, it's a title, but there's more beyond the title, which,
Hmm.
yeah, everyone has to walk this path, right? I still remember my first podcast, my first content. I was laughing at myself, why I'm doing it. No, and I generally don't ask from anyone. I just look into that. I say why, and then there's a time happens. There's transformation
Yes, yes.
happens.
No, no, your podcasts were also one of the inspirations for me, I would say, because we almost have walked the same path. We are almost having similar kind of experience and seniority in the telecom domain. I got inspired by you. This was something ticking in my mind since long time, but after getting feeds from you in LinkedIn, in Facebook, I did get some, let's say, some tickle, some motivation. But then at one time, when the motivation was so high that it could not be cured, suppressed anymore, that's where I took the plunge, and I also launched my
No,
own
thank you so
episode.
much. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
in case you find any difficulty, so let me know. I'm here
Sure.
to assist, because this
Okay.
life, this rosy life on the screen is not easy. That's the reason I asked that question, how you approach it, because rejections are
Yeah,
more than the success criteria.
yeah. No, in my case, I would say I have been very choosy. I have been
Hmm.
very choosy before sending the invites, because if the person's theme does not match with my niche,
Hmm.
I don't know what I will talk to them for 1 hour, right? So second thing that I have is the person whom I'm interviewing. I
Hmm.
have to treat him or her as my hero. So
Important.
I have to think in mind that this person is my hero,
Hmm.
and I should be positively influenced by at least some of the quality of that person. Otherwise, the interview more looks like like a drama, like you are sitting in front of camera, pressing the play button, and that. No, none of my episodes are like that. I'm very happy that everybody that I invited, I have at least some quality in them that I look for and that I look forward to. So that is very important. And once you approach your guests with so much filtering, uh, they also say yes. So far I have been very lucky. I would say 9 out of 10 people that I send invite to, they respond positively.
It's a very important message. So one thing which you rightly said, give a right value. So talk in their language, because every person in this world has a story, and this
Yeah,
story is aligned with millions of people. It's a
yeah,
9 billion people, so everyone resonate with someone resonate with their stories. So yes, finding out their stories, interacting and managing it to the right set of people. That's I think that's the right filtering which you're doing. So thank you so much for doing
thank you.
your efforts. And I'm pretty much sure you will get a lot and lot in your pipeline as well. for the
Thank you.
upcoming podcast. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And also, this is very important message to the professional world that guys, it doesn't make a difference that who your team members are. Everyone has some capability. So don't become
Yes.
a opaque filter or an opaque platform. Become a filtering platform which understand their strength, their weaknesses, and work on them. Believe me, you will get an awesome team.
Hmm. Yeah, true. True.
Right. Now, I want to change it to the technology world again, right?
Sure.
So you have seen from legacy technologies, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. So what is your observation as a trader or as an individual also, like as an end customer mobile subscriber? What is your way of looking these things? Because you know the technology more than anyone else from bit and byte level.
Right. Well, I would say everything is changed and things are changing. So we have to be the message that technology is teaching us today is don't be stubborn, don't be don't be like that. That this is my parking space. I always park my car in this space. So today, if you're 10 years back, you can
Mm,
say that this is my parking space. I always park my car here, and my life is smooth. Whenever I come home, parking is there, right? This was the mindset 10 years back.
mm,
Today, you should say that, okay, this is my parking space today, but I know that something can happen tomorrow and
mm,
I might be asked to leave this parking space. So, better be prepared rather than being angry and shocked and something. So, this is the state of mind of telecom today.
mm.
It could be parking space. I don't want to use the example of job, but it is because it's ugly to say job loss and all.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is one important thing. Second, the changes that I have observed 10 years back, vendors used to be the king. 10 or 15 years back, vendors used to be the king. If
Mm,
one operator, he knows that I have audience who is ready to buy my SIM card, but I need sites, I need switches, I need routers, I need equipment. Who
mm.
has the equipment? Vendor.
Wonderful.
Vendor used to be the king
Yes.
because vendor has limited production. He is giving limited stock to one operator, second operator, third operator, and always vendor used to be in demand. There are
Mm.
many times you must have seen that operator is really asking vendor to, to please
Come.
come and meet, and vendor is saying, sorry, I'm busy.
Requesting
This
more.
thing has, yeah, this has come now other way around. Now vendors are ready to offer their products, but operator is the one who is selecting how much I
Mm.
can buy, how much my budget allows, because I have a saturated 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G network. My
Mm.
requirements are very limited. That can be easily secured maybe from this vendor or that vendor. So now it's the vendor who is actually asking for the meetings and waiting.
Yeah.
This is one big shift. I mean, you must have seen that those old days, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Second, for the operator side, the things have changed in a bad way also because voice is being killed by the nature of our human interaction. WhatsApp is doing the job, right? The whole ecosystem is changing. SMS used to be a free thing. Operator doesn't have to spend anything but get a lot of money from it because at the end, SMS is going on a signaling channel. You don't have to send now, you can send it after 5 seconds when channel is free, right? So it's money coming for free.
Yes.
And nowadays, SMS is only for the OTPs of the bank. Nobody else is using SMS.
Agree.
Third thing which operator have faced is this roaming. We used to make a lot of money from international roaming as operators. Now WhatsApp and all this IP callings and Facebook calling and Zoom and Teams, this also has killed all those revenues. Then we have this new pressure coming from the governments for the energy
Mm.
compliance. The sites have to reduce. So I would say that the world is evolving. The challenges are coming for both vendors and for operators. And don't even ask about the service providers wuu are second and third,
In the value chain.
subcontractors. It's even
Yeah.
tough for them because at least the
Mm.
primary vendors and primary operators, at least they have a business continuity plan. But these subcontractors, easily they can be replaced. So today we are living in a world of uncertainty. That's the point
Mm.
here, right?
Mm.
Uncertainty. Now comes the question how to tackle with this one,
Yes.
right? This is a question. This is no matter you're working at a junior level, you're working as a mid managerial level, you're working at senior management level. This advice is for everybody that
Mm.
you have to Ask yourself every day that the money that I got from my employer today, am I really worth it? Did I really produce anything for the worth? Believe me, if the answer to that is no, and you still have your job, just keep on praying to God. That's it.
One
You
more
have
day.
to keep on, yeah. You can say that every week take your interview. Every week take your interview. What are the skills required in the market? Am I having any of those skills? And keep on learning. And
Hmm.
stay away from those people, especially stay away from those people who say, it's not my job. It's
Hmm.
not my job. It's not my requirement. It's not my baby. It's no, it's not. These people are very negative. Very negative. And in this was good 10 years back, but not now. Nowadays, you any skill you can get. Who knows when you need them?
Right. Right. I agree.
I
Now
don't know if you agree with me or not. I
no,
mean,
no, no,
this,
no.
yeah, yes, sir, yeah, yeah,
Because itself is a very extensive topic, right? Because
yeah,
you saw what you mentioned, and I was just relating that you talk about the mindset. That's not my job. Okay, the customer has to wait for me. Now it's becoming now today it's a customer centric. The customer is always a king, right? But the way you handle it, because there was a supply and demand, so you are the supplier
yeah,
and you are a limited supplier, so you can play around it. Similar, the people sitting inside that organization also have a different mindset. I remember
right,
the fresher who has been hired by the global brands, the way they react is totally different you know
yeah.
so it looks like that they have a hug, they have a right. But now my
Mm,
next question which comes here is, what about those people who are already in a 45 plus years of age, who are still in
mm.
that company? We generally call them my ex-boss used to tell them as a old furniture who has spent around 15-20 years in the same company, right? Now
Okay.
it's a very difficult situation for them, because they don't want to evolve, because their mindset is already blocked. And there's another Gen Z who is actually bringing this AI and the automation and other innovative things, which is creating a danger for everyone, for the whole ecosystem, right?
Mm.
Not danger, but innovation along with dangers for those who don't want to evolve. So, what is your message to those people who are old furnitures or with a 45 years of experience, 45 plus years of age, group or beyond?
Well, I fall in that category.
Everyone.
I'm 46 now. Okay. And but I always live with this entrepreneur mindset. I will tell you, Deepak ji, one thing. Uh, when I came here in 2015,
Hmm.
and I took my this job, this current job that I'm having, my colleagues always used to see, because I'm in a projectized kind of arrangement. That project is there, we are here. If project is finished, we are not needed, and we start ramping down the team and we start
Hmm.
filtering, etc. Okay, so it was very natural for those people to keep on looking at how much scope we have and how much of the scope has been delivered.
Hmm.
Based on that, you can make a prediction that how is your job visibility in the future.
Yeah.
I was sitting there with entrepreneur mindset. I was my own boss till 2015. And
Hmm.
in October, I have three trainings. In November, I don't have any training.
Yeah.
Or in December, I have again four trainings.
Hmm.
Right? So I was with this mindset that doesn't matter.
Hmm.
If something will happen, I'll go back to training and I'll open my shop. I still have my website. I still have my bank account. I still have my stamp. I still have my, and the trainers
Indeed.
who, I mean, because I was still getting contracts. In
Hmm.
2015, when I left the training business, my clients were still calling me. And I was
Hmm.
giving my clients to my other friends. I mean, my
Hmm.
other training companies who I trusted.
Yeah.
And I was telling them, please deal this guy with this, like that. So I was living with that kind of mindset. And so I would say for people who are in job, they should also have a little bit of entrepreneur mindset that, okay, today you are in job, tomorrow maybe you don't have job. And if you have worked already for 40 years,
Hmm.
take that break, enjoy with your family. Maybe when you're on the deathbed, you will remember these 2 months only.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm telling you honestly, I'm not telling this something to look fancy or something on
Hmm.
podcast. I'm telling you honestly, after leaving my current job and after going to my new job, I would take easily 2 or 3 months to live life for myself.
Interesting.
And what if, I mean, if you lose your job and you have 40 years experience, 2 months, 3 months are enough to learn a new skill and see the what is in the market, enjoy your lives, travel around. I mean, for me, it's been my lifelong goal that at least I want to spend 1 month in the northeastern part of India, those
Mm.
6, 7 states, because I
Yeah.
don't know right now. I know when I went to Europe, I found the difference between Hungarian and Polish and
Mm.
Romanian and Hungarian, Polish versus Russian. I don't know about my own country. What is the difference
Mm.
between Sikkim and Assam? I don't know.
Correct, correct, correct.
And Manipur between Nagaland, I don't know. So I want to spend a good 1 month with peace of mind in Northeast. So it's nothing to worry. But what I mean to say, my big message is that now no good creativity comes in the fear. Yes, keep a learning mindset. Always learn something good. Think what AI can do and what AI cannot do. AI cannot do decision making.
Mm.
Like for example, if I ask you that today I am podcasting Deepak Bajaj. I am interviewing Deepak Bajaj. I go to ChatGPT and I put your LinkedIn profile and I ask, give me 20 questions. ChatGPT will do that. It is a
Mm.
good thing. So now I'm not afraid of AI. I'm
Mm.
using AI for my own benefit.
Benefit.
But
Correct.
then from those 20 questions, I am the one who's deciding which 8 or 9 questions make sense, which 3 or 4 questions need a little bit of modification, and which 4 or 5 questions don't make any sense, so please delete them. So this is the point where we people should be focusing on. Let us use AI as our friend, not as enemy.
Mm.
Do whatever heavy lifting AI can do and come into play where AI cannot do. Like, for example, if you have to press the final button of
Mm.
submission, it is done by you as a person. You are the owner. If mistake happen tomorrow, you cannot say to your boss, "Oh, sorry, this was done by AI." No, you are the one
Mm.
who is submitting.
Yes.
Any mistake is your mistake. Whether it was done by AI or some tool or some calculator or computer or Excel or Python, doesn't matter.
Mm.
Right? So we should focus on that part where AI cannot take part. That is the
Mm.
final decision making and the initial strategy making.
Mm. Very important point. You talk about accountability, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
the data is everywhere. Earlier, the problem was that data was limited to only to Google. Now it's available across, right?
Yeah.
Now, understanding the situation, take your action, no matter you fail, right? No matter you don't get a podcast guest, no matter you do,
Hmm.
you know podcast is not worthy, not even you don't get a like. I'm giving you these examples because that will be giving you the situation and the harsh reality of the world. But take the decision, make yourself accountable, and people love to deal with those people who actually take the ownership. So again,
Yes.
turning
Yeah.
back to the previous statement, this is not my job, will not work in today's world.
It will not work. It was okay 10 years back, but now it will not work.
Hmm. Now,
Yes.
I have
Because
a, yeah, sorry,
hmm.
please.
Now I was just saying one thing, that everybody, when person X gets fired by
Um,
person Y, okay,
yeah.
we all this person is always angry about that person,
uh,
that why he fired me. But if you look from that person's perspective, he's reporting to person Z.
yes. Yes.
So no hard feeling. I mean,
Hmm.
if life throws you a curveball,
Hmm.
don't break the bridge. I mean, it's good to have exit from an organization in a smooth and polite and friendly way. I
Hmm.
mean, when somebody gets fired, he definitely will be devastated. But rather than having an angry mindset and breaking all the bridges,
Yes.
it's not good. Have a smooth exit. Look back. Say thank you to this company which was giving you food and bread and butter and the shelter on your head for so many years or months. Say thank you. Walk away for the experience that you got, because the next job that you will get will be because of this experience you got in this company.
Hmm. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This kind of mindset is very important because layoffs are unavoidable. Now everybody's sitting with the Excel sheet. This is the monthly yearly sales, this is yearly margin, and we have to optimize that sales margin ratio, and immediately they start thinking about the cost cutting and ramping down. Also, this tells us another important thing.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm sharing about this
No, no,
topic
no,
because
no,
it's
no, very
very,
important.
yeah, it's very hot topic nowadays, right? Now comes the question: people have two types of mindset. One who say that let me stay in this company and stay loyal. Other
Uh,
people say that let us me switch every 2 years or 1.5 year or sometimes every 6 months. And this is also okay. This is also okay. Whichever path makes you happy. But in today's scenario, this one has more growth, by the way.
hmm,
When you keep on switching every 6 months, it has more growth. But in today's scenario, this model is very good
hmm,
because last in, first out is a very common method in hiring and firing. So if
hmm,
I joined the organization just 6 months back, after 6 months, I would be the first candidate to be gone, unless and until I have some extraordinary value to the team. I'm just talking about a common Joe, yeah, without a
yeah.
person who is excellent in everything. No, no, I'm just talking about a common person. So staying loyal is nowadays, I think it's a good thing. Stay loyal, keep on increasing on learning, show your hunger not in dollars but in learning. And once
Hmm.
you keep on learning, dollars will automatically follow.
Yes, exactly. And that I think this is your theme as well, and you're the motive of your life as well.
Yes. I'm a very simple person. I'm very, very simple. I don't like to spend much. And I would not say that I'm suppressing myself by not spending. I don't feel like spending.
Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm that kind of person.
No, that's important. But there's one point which I want to take it because if I look at your journey, you come from an entrepreneurship to the employee, and then there's a plan B for you if something worse happen, right? But
Hmm.
what is your message to the world who started from an employee and who just heard about entrepreneurship, but they don't have a courage to take the first step? They don't know what to do, you know?
Well, I would say I'm very junior in this domain. Uh, there is one episode on my own channel, Happy Not Just Rich, from Mr. Simarjit Singh. He's excellent person and also a very good speaker. I asked him same question. When somebody
Uh,
wants to start entrepreneurship, what advice you would give?
hmm,
So if anybody wants, please check that full part. But I would try to give a summary of what he told me. He said that first of all, sign up, think it through, and take the full confidence of your family,
hmm,
because when you are going for this journey, you will have some very long working hours, a lot of ups and downs. So in these ups and downs, you don't want anybody to be blaming you or complaining that because of your action we are being suffered. No, first
hmm,
take their buy-in. Like if you are starting a new project, take their
hmm.
buy-in. This was one advice which I think is often overlooked, because if I want to start today some business of, let's say I want to sell ice cream, I would probably thinking only about investment. I will ask my friends who are in the market, etc. I would never ask my wife that I want to leave my job, I want to sell ice cream. Are you okay with me? I don't think so. Many people will not do. So this was
Hmm.
very good advice he gave. Number one. Second, he said that don't go to entrepreneurship just because you are miserable in your existing life, in the existing job.
Hmm.
Because when you go that way, you might actually spoil what's actually running right now.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, the right step to jump into entrepreneurship is when you have a curiosity,
Hmm.
you have a product, you have an idea, and this idea is now so good that you cannot sleep over it.
Correct.
I mean, there are two types of dreams. One you see in your sleep, and the
Hmm.
others which don't let you sleep.
Right. Exactly.
Right? When you get the second type, then your
Hmm.
curiosity, let's say I have an idea. I mean,
Hmm.
today people are hiring and firing, and let's say I develop some concept about HR interviews, making fast interviews, making a perfect selection of the candidate. Let's say I have an idea and I
Hmm.
want to now build an app, build a website, build this, build that. I keep on thinking, thinking, thinking. So this time I have to just test my idea. Is it really having value? Is it adding
Mm,
anything? If it's
mm,
adding, I have the capability, I have the funds, I have the resources, I should go for it. And for that, also another advice my another podcast guest gave me. Let's say you, Kamal and Deepak Bajaj, together, let's say we start partnership, we
mm,
start some restaurant or something. They
mm,
say that don't wait for 1st of August, 1st of October, 1st of January, the perfect moment. No. Say that today Kamal and Deepak will meet together. Let us decide what we can do today. Maybe today we
mm,
can just finalize the logo.
mm,
Maybe tomorrow we can finalize about the location. Third
mm,
thing, so at least keep on doing something. Keep an eye on the goal,
mm, mm.
but walk every day one step. And always decide what I can do today. It's a very good episode also. It was by Mr. John H. Adams. He was my guest. I don't know. I came here for your podcast, but
No,
I'm
that's
doing promotion of.
no, that's okay. Again, that's a real value from your side. So
Yeah, but
that's a
those are values. I mean, really, that about question about entrepreneurship, I would say that yes, have courage, but don't start anything out of frustration, that
mm,
because you are not happy in your existing job, you think you will do something good in that one. No, no. You have to test your ideas in small beta versions or small
mm,
pilots. While staying in the job, ask people that, look, this is my idea. I'm going to sell it for $4.99. Do you think this will sell? Would you
mm,
be the one? Would you really consider buying it?
mm,
Because
mm.
then you already have done a pilot. And also, don't trust. My advice is don't trust these people who say that they will buy, they don't buy.
They
I
will
mean,
never buy.
even we are asking our friends just to go on Facebook and press one like. They're not doing it. Forget about 4.99,
Yeah, 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 exactly,
right?
exactly. So the
People
cold
say, yeah,
cold callings are the
yeah,
best
please,
one because the strangers. There's a one friend of mine who is a real estate agent,
yeah,
and I liked his one of the quote. He said, "The first 100 buyers are your strangers, and the first
yeah,
100 tons will come from your known ones." So,
right,
so they will
right,
give you all
right.
the ways saying that you will fail. So, but
Also, Deepak ji, one more saying in the same direction. They also say that your customer will become your friend, but your friend will not become your customer.
that's very true. Well,
Right?
this is a new learning for me.
Yeah.
So first make
Right.
customer, then they will become friend, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I
no.
know I know some people in Axis Bank and HDFC Bank.
Hmm.
They used to handle my forex when I used to get transaction from my Swedish and German and African and Malaysian clients. I used to get money. So these bankers are now such good friends that I don't even know they are working in HDFC or ICICI because they keep on changing every 6 months, you know.
Hmm.
But whenever I go to India, I go and meet two or three of them.
Exactly. And that's where
Yeah,
the loyalty, the trust factor,
yeah.
and the trust is important, right? The person who
Hmm.
should see you every time, the position. So you rightly mentioned about few important parts. One is that the trust part, loyalty part, because loyalty is something which no, I must say, like 5 years, 5 years back, the changing of the companies are very common. Today also people used to do
Hmm.
that, right? But whenever a company or when the organization want to hire a senior person, they will definitely look at those who are stable, right?
Yes.
So, and because they understand, this will guy will this will not he will not leave or she will not leave after 2 years or so. That's the important message, and that's the important message for the Gen Z also. That guys, whatever you do, the stability matters, the loyalty matters,
Yes.
the
Yes.
trust factor matters. Because if you become an entrepreneur tomorrow, and if your back record is moving here and there, people will find you risky. If because tomorrow you shut down your company, what's the fun? Right? So
Right.
no,
Right.
don't risk your client for your entertainment.
If it is for a technical delivery,
Hmm.
I would still hire a guy who keeps on switching. I don't care. But if I'm hiring a person for business development,
Hmm.
I would never trust a person who keeps on switching every 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 1 year. No. For business development, I want the person to be trustworthy. I
Correct.
want the person to be understanding the culture, because first 3 4 months you just keep on spending in understanding the culture of the company.
Correct. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, for
Exactly.
especially for this country manager, business development, and all any strategic role, I would never. Uh,
Looking
yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah. The
the
hopping
switching,
guy.
switching, hopping guy. Right.
Yeah,
You remember me
yeah,
the RF hopping, right? In the
yeah.
GSM.
So thank God I don't. I'm away from GSM. Thank God.
No,
It's
that's okay.
too It's too complicated.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
understood. Right. Perfect. So, Kamal, I understand we have a Passover time. I really love to interact you further, but I want to take a pause here. Thank you so much for your time, for your insights, your vision, and I am pretty much sure this is not like a typical podcast. It's something where the
It's
two
a
person talk and open up and
yes.
share their
Mm.
vision. Any message is the last message you want to share with our audience?
Yes, I would just say this is the message I give to my son also. If you have any friend in your neighborhood
Mhm.
who bought your dream car, you wanted to buy BMW, this guy bought it. You wanted to buy a big house, he bought it. I'm sure everybody has people like this around them. So when you see people like them, you have two options to deal with them. Number one,
Mm,
inspired. Get inspired. See how this guy is working hard, how he's skipping all the parties, skipping Netflix, skipping unnecessary get-togethers, right? And investing his time in a wise way.
mm,
Second, ignore. If you cannot reach to that level, don't frustrate yourself, because you cannot. If I think like somebody bought private jet, I know I cannot reach to that level, so I don't want to make my life miserable. But don't be the third option, which is the most people do, jealous.
mm,
Don't feel jealous. Feel happy for him. I will tell you one example. There was one Pakistani podcaster, interviewer, and he was inviting some Pakistani actors who have played with Kapil Sharma's show. And he was trying to get naughty by giving some negative comments. And the guest was very wise. He said that, look, जिसको अल्लाह ने इज्जत बख्शी है,
mm,
उसे हमें भी बख्शनी चाहिए. The God has given so much love and so much respect to Kapil Sharma. So
mm,
let's not get into this debate whether he deserves or not. So similarly, this third friend of us, now the third our friend who bought BMW or a big house or something, either you get inspired and be like him, or you just ignore it and be happy in your life. But don't be this third one jealous. Don't be jealous.
mm,
Just think
mm,
that God has given him. He must have done something good maybe in this previous life or anything. That's the way I feel like we can stay happy. That's the way to stay happy. And it's very important because after that BMW there is another bigger car standing. This
yes.
is an endless grind. You will just burn into it, and at the end of the day, at the end of the race, you will feel it's not worth it.
Very important message. And that will happen not only on that part, every profession. So if your boss is there, if he has getting promotion or your colleagues has getting the promotion,
Yes.
accept that they did something or
Learn
just
from them.
learn from
Learn
them.
from them. Learn from them. Because that guy who got promotion got because of some justification. Because the guy who gave him promotion, it's not his father's company.
Hmm,
He's
hmm,
working as a part of multinational company. So if person X getting promoted because of person Y, that person Y has to justify to person Z that
correct.
why I'm choosing this guy, right? So
Hmm,
let us learn from this guy. Maybe this guy in the back of in his weekends, maybe he's doing some PMP and RMP and Agile and Python and machine learning. You never know. Maybe he's just not uh, you say broadcasting his achievements. Maybe he's
hmm,
doing all these certifications in the back. So the person you are getting jealous of maybe actually be your hero.
hmm.
Learn from him,
True.
right?
True, true, true. And the only thing which you can do is the circle of influence. So something which you can
Very
do
important.
that. But which is out of your influence, ignore it. The wonderful
Ignore
message
it.
which you've
Yes.
given, Kamal. It's really,
Yeah.
it makes a life of a lot many people because everyone knows about it, but only few implement it. So with your kind words,
Sir,
it's really good.
you have to have this monk mindset. You have to have this monk mindset. Sorry, I'm taking more time,
No, that's okay.
but
That's your show.
yeah, this is again my message. When I was delivering a training in IDEA in
Hmm.
Gurgaon,
Hmm.
I was training for IDEA. One guy in my class turned out to be my junior in the engineering college.
Hmm.
And this guy looked at me and he said, "Oh, sir, you became a trainer. Please give me your CV. I'll try to do something for you." I said, "Thank you very much, brother. Thank you. Thank you very much." I said, "Thank you," and I just walked away. He could not read on my face that I was happy in my life.
Hmm.
I was so happy in my life. I mean, that life I would not even give it for double the salary.
Right.
I
I
kept on
understand.
enjoying that. There is I call this feeling as Ramta Jogi kind of feeling.
Hmm. Hmm.
You are loving. I mean, how many people, Deepak ji, who can say that I love my job?
Very
Who?
few.
No,
Very
very
few.
few. And
Very.
I was from those chosen one from God. And by the way, this did not happen only in Idea. This
Hmm.
happened in Saudi Arabia in 2006. This
Hmm.
happened in Bell, Canada. This happened in other locations also. But at that stage of time, maybe my family conditions or my state of mind, whatever could be the reason, I was not in a mindset to leave the training business and go to a normal 9 to 6 job. Otherwise, I could easily, in 2008, Bell was starting their mobile business,
Yeah.
from Bell
Yeah.
Mobility. Yeah, they formed new country company, this Bell Mobility. They were
Well,
jumping into this 3GPP from CDMA to. So it happened several times, but I was in such a good, my own euphoria that I created a bubble around me. I don't have to prove to anybody that I'm better than anybody. That bubble worked for me. So that way, people have to think that one size doesn't fit all. Somebody
hmm.
gets happy because he gets drunk on Friday and wakes up in Saturday afternoon. Somebody becomes happy if Saturday morning he's in Bangla Sahib Gurdwara washing the floor, right?
Correct.
People get happiness in different ways.
Different ways. Yes. Yes.
So everybody has his own way of being happy, but be nice to everybody. Uh, you meet everybody twice in life. That I say that if I go to deliver a training in Gurgaon or Noida, after 3 months when I come back to the same office and I meet one of my participant in near coffee machine, he
Hmm.
should not run away by ignoring me.
Yeah.
That kind of life I cannot live. I cannot live. I don't care I'm teaching 4G, 5G, 3G, I don't care. But
Hmm.
important thing for me is that that person who I trained 3 months back for 3 continuous days, now this person sees me after 3 months and he's avoiding me. I can't
Hmm.
live with that.
True.
That kind
True.
of life, I cannot, believe me, you pay me any kind of money, I cannot do that job anymore. And that was my calling, that every time I went to the same office, people knew that Kamal is there. They left their desk and they at least came to the training room to say hello to me.
Hmm.
And that love is amazing, right? I mean, this was the love which kept me going.
And you make relationship, you make friends,
Yes,
right? Sometimes people ask me, do you know this guy? I trained him, sometime back, because
yes,
maybe we don't remember the name of each and every person, but
yeah,
I think we don't need a pass to get entry into any office, right? Because we train so
yes,
many people that someone,
yes,
sitting at the reception, you will get someone, okay, can you allow me inside? So that's the gesture
yeah,
we get it, right? So, but it's
right,
a
right,
very important thing, and that's the real motivation. That if you work and you work at that time, you were not delivering training, you were actually making that person career by imparting your
yeah,
knowledge to them. So
yes,
it's a very honest and honorable profession which we all were in, and
yeah,
that's where when you help others to grow, and your 1% knowledge will make his career. That's what he became your lifelong friend. I'm not saying loyal,
right, right.
I'm saying a friend. A friend,
Yes, yes. Even you and me. I mean, we are two fellow trainers working for the same company. We
yeah.
were delivering our services. I was delivering under a different badge. You were wearing a different badge. But at the end, we were delivering our services for the same telecom vendor,
Thank you.
and
Too.
that's how we became friends. And
Uh,
I'm very proud of that, actually.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, no. No, it's a lovely talking with you, Kamal. A lot of nostalgic feelings, as well as
Yeah.
understanding that at the end of the day, you are in which any part of the world, right? The problems are still the same because we all are humans, right? Whether
Yeah.
and how to deal with them, what the messages you have given, the leadership, the loyalty, the plan Bs, in fact, and also don't be jealous. These all are very
Yes.
important because that will really help the people who are struggling right now, especially in this uncertain scenario. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty much sure they are going to connect you very soon. And by the way, what is the best way to get connected with you?
Best is LinkedIn. LinkedIn, at least I check 3 or 4 times in a day. So in LinkedIn, but if LinkedIn does not allow, because if you don't have premium account, they cannot message.
Hmm.
So I think then in that case, Facebook is also there. I also have Facebook. I also have Instagram. Especially with this podcasting, I started using social media a lot. So this
Hmm.
happy not just rich on Instagram would be a good way to connect with me.
Perfect. Now sounds
Yeah, I
really
will give you
great.
the
Yes,
URL.
yes.
You can post it. Yeah. So
Definitely, I'll do
Instagram,
that.
yeah, happy not just rich. My podcast is good. Okay. By
And
the way,
best
I
of
have
yeah,
website
sure.
also. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kamal
okay.
Vij hot. Yeah, my website is very simple. Kamal Vij at hotmail.com. That's the best way to cut. Right?
Okay. So
Yeah.
just share the details. I will be tag it
Yeah.
when I'm going to publish this podcast. And thank you for bringing for first of all your valuable time. Second, bringing all these pointers which has been diluted in our day-to-day life. So giving the right direction. And very best of luck for your upcoming episodes of Happy Not Just Rich.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and I'm honored to be here. Stay in touch, Deepak ji. Thank you.
Definitely. Likewise, thank you. And to our global audience, thank you for your time. And until next time, this is Deepak Vijay signing off. Thank you.